Hello students, hope you are doing good at home. Yes, our another topic which we are going to start is pollen pistil interaction. First of all, we are going to see pollen pistil, the whole phenomena or the whole the part of this flower or the gynoecium, we are going to call it as pistil, and the interaction between pollen and pistil is being called as pollen pistil interaction. Now when we are discussing about the interaction when we are seeing that the pollen which is going to stick on the stigma or the sporogenous tissue is being called as stigma. Here you can see that all the events of addition or pollination, after that you can see that the germination, fertilization, all these events are being recognized or being considered in as what is being considered in pollen pistil interaction. Here you can see that the stigma or the pistil is having the compatibility or it is having the ability to recognize the two different types of pollen. What I mean by when we are discussing about the pollen pistil interaction, here we can see often it may happen that the stigma can contain the pollen, and there are two types of pollen you can see, a right type of pollen and a wrong type of pollen. What happens? Sometimes it may happen that the right type of pollen is going to land on stigma, whereas it may happen that the wrong type of pollen is going to land on stigma. So what do you mean by right type of pollen and a wrong type of pollen? When it comes to a right type of pollen, it means what? It belongs to the same species and it can allow or it is going to allow the pistil to germinate. Whereas when it comes to the wrong type of pollen, it means what? It is not going to be of the same species, which actually stigma is needed. So what it comes to? It comes to an compatibility and incompatibility of the pollen, where the stigma or the pistil is having the power or the ability to recognize, to either to promote the pollen or to inhibit the pollen. You must have understood what am I trying to say. I am telling you that the two types of pollen, right and wrong, where right is having the ability or the right pollen is going to be of the same species, wrong which is going to be of the different species and which is not been allowed by the pistil or the stigma. So what is the concept? This is going to be the compatible with stigma, whereas it is going to be incompatible. This is going to be incompatible for the stigma or the pistil. So what the stigma is supposed to do? It is going to promote the right type of pollen and it is going to inhibit the wrong type of pollen. Yes, students. Now the concept is what? As soon as the pollen and stigma they come into existence or the pollination is being considered. So what the first thing is been done? The stigma is going to recognize a right type of pollen. As soon as it is going to recognize a right type of pollen, you can see a specialized type of protein is being released. As specialized type of proteins is being released, because of that the pollen is going to definitely start showing the germination process. Yes students, एक right type का pollination या एक right type का pollen ये germination बताएगा, ना कि एक wrong type का. तो इस वक्त हम लोग ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कि पोलन पिस्टल इंटरेक्शन में होता क्या है. उसमें होगा a psychological or we can see a physiological mechanism takes place. The first thing you are going to keep in mind, what? That the right type of pollen has been come into what? Which has been landed on stigma. So stigma, first of all, it is going to secrete a specialized type of protein. So at that particular time you can see the pollen is here. The pollen is going to start germinating. Now, what is going to be the physiological mechanism? The mechanism is going to as such that the stigma is going to what? It is having the tendency or it is having the water and nutrients. Because of that, what is going to happen? The pollen grain or the pollen. Here in this manner you can see the pollen is going to be, right? It is having the type of germ core. Students, we have mentioned. So this germ core is going to what? It is going to extend over here. In the development of male gamete we have discussed. तो यही पोलन क्या हो जाएगा? इलोंगेट होता जाएगा, पुश होता जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे स्टिग्मा ने वाटर और न्यूट्रिएंट सप्लाई की किसको? पोलन ग्रेन. तो उस वक्त ये जब सप्लाई किया ऑटोमेटिकली पोलन ट्यूब बनेगा. एक्सटेंड होगा। तो यहाँ पे जो प्रेजेंट रहने वाले जेनरेटिव सेल के दो मेल गैमेट्स, स्टूडेंट्स दो मेल गैमेट्स देख सकते हैं हम लोग। यस, जेनरेटिव सेल के जो दो मेल गैमेट्स है या पोलन ट्यूब है वो एक्सटेंड होता जाएगा, एक्सटेंड होता जाएगा और कहां तक जाएगा, एम्ब्रियो सैक। सो दिस इज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ व्हाट, द कंसेप्ट ऑफ द पोलन pistil interaction. Pollen pistil interaction where the stigma have recognized the right type of pollen. It had allowed the pollen to start germinate. Stigma produce the water and nutrient so that the pollen can extend. Now the pollen had extend to form the pollen tube and it had allowed to enter through micropylar end and it can enter inside the ovule. Student, this is the concept of pollen pistil interaction where you can see the event I discussed. What? That the pollen had shown the formation of pollen tube and it had entered through micropylar end and entered inside the ovule. So this is the concept of the pollen pistil interaction where these events have to take place. Now till now we have discussed about the pre-fertilization concept. Also, in the coming videos, we are going to discuss about what we are going to discuss about the concept of fertilization. The thing which we have discussed now is what? This is a natural way. This is the natural way how the pollen pistil interaction came into existence, right? How the flower had actually shown. But sometimes you can see that not sometimes, but the breeders were more curious. The breeders were curious because they want to develop a superior crops. Commercially they want to produce the superior crops and these type of superior crops have given them what they have given them a global way to which they can produce the more yield. So now as you can see this is the natural way of hybridization. In the next video we are going to discuss that a different type of hybridization which is been shown by or which is been called as artificial hybridization. उसमें ये पोलन नेचुरली नहीं आएगा, वो पोलन हैंड पॉलिनेटेड रहेगा जो हम लोग डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. Students, I believe you have must understood about the concept of pollen pistil interaction. Yes, in the next video we are going to discuss about the topic of artificial hybridization, which here you can see it has been carried out in a natural way. Another one we are going to see in the artificial manner. Thank you.